right, well today we are going to check out the Ruko F11PRO 2. I did one before, so they asked me if I would like to try out the new F11PRO 2, and I said, yep, I sure would like to do that. So I just got it in the mail, so let's check it out. Let's see what's inside. All right, so it's kind of like last time. Came nice and packaged. Wow, nice little case, the same thing as last time. Check that out, nice case. With some drones, you don't get the case, and you always have to go buy them. See if you can find one that you like. So, all right, let's give it a check out here. Let me turn it around here. So let's see, first of all, we'll look inside here, see what they give us. So we've got some spare blades, a little screwdriver, cords. These are USB-C to USB-C. So that is a bit of an upgrade from the last one. So you can see USB-C to USB-C. Cool. Got two cables. And they also have here, let's see if I can open this, different types of connections. USB-C. Oh, these are probably going to be for inside connecting your phone to the controller. We've got Apple, USB-C, USB-C. You've got a little guide here and a card here so you can register when you get it with this QR code. If you're just starting out, these are handy. Kind of learn the controls. And then it comes with a user manual. Oh, one last thing. What do we have here? What do we have here? All right, so these are for the controller, little knobs, and some spare parts for the blades. A bunch of screws and some attachments here. With a small little part, gotta be careful. All right, let's do this out of the way. Okay, so I have two batteries. The last one came with two batteries too, and they last a while. These are the smart batteries. You actually charge them here. So there's one battery, and we have a second battery. Let's check out the controller first. We've got, oh, I can see right now those other two knobs are spares. So they've got a nice little spare package. This drone is nicer than the last one. It's heavier. It's got a little bit more rubber on it. Feels a little bit more, yeah, feels a lot better than the last one. For charging only. Get your extra knobs down here. And the same kind of thing where you pull this out, your phone sets in here. Get your controllers here. All right, look pretty much the same, except for it's a lot better quality, I can tell right now. Okay, the fun part. Oh yeah. Okay, there's the controller. And then here is, now this is a mini, and it does have the, oh, that was the case, the cover for the lens. Right now it has a cover on there, but these do have the RFID, the radio frequency ID. So if anything happens, they will be able to see which drone it was and come looking for you if you did something wrong. F11PRO 2. Lots of little paddings. All right, so this will take up to 128 gigs SD card. Let's see, got a Sony lens. It is 8 megapixel. Field of view 75 degrees, f2.0. All right. So it's got some cooling ports here. And let's check and see if there's any. Oh, there's a button. There's a button right here. I could have checked to see. Okay, we've got 2 bars. So it's got some power. I'll charge it up before we go test it out. Push button comes out. Let's see how much power's in this one. 2, same. All right, I will have to charge that up before we go. But overall, it's a really nice drone. Now it doesn't have the, I think the only sensor it has is the one at the bottom. They call it optical viewer, and that's just make sure that you're not setting it down onto something that it can't handle, it, like rock or something like that. Take that off of there. But this one is a 3. It's stabilized nice. Last time feels like a little bit better than last time. So. All right, that is the drone, and a nice case too. So it's always nice to get a case with something like that. All right, let's check out, see if there's any power on battery mode. Oh, it's trying to connect to the drone. Oh, the beeping is a lot less annoying. I can tell you that right now. It's got the noise itself was, I remember the last one. I might as well see if I can connect it here. Let me get the case out of the way here. If I remember right, it takes a little bit of, there we go, got it. It's all connected up now. Oh, so far, oh, it's got some lights. It's got some lights up front. Those aren't sensors, so you can, this doesn't have obstacle avoidance. All right, so same kind of thing. We've got, this gives you your height, gives you your speed. And this is your antenna as well. So, right, you also you have to download an app. Yeah, you have to download an app on your phone so that when you plug your phone in, you can kind of use the controls on your phone instead of using the controls on the screen here. So, and I am, oh, we got GPS, return to home, compass. This does have a find me, so if you lose it somehow, it'll help you find it. I know the last one, I had to use that and it worked really well. Okay, well, I think that's about it for the controller. You got your play, you've got camera, you can take some still shots, take a photo, you can start video, and then I'm pretty sure this is going to rotate. This button here rotates your gimbal. Let's see if I can show you both. This will rotate your gimbal up and down. Okay, so in the speeds it has sport mode, camera mode, sport mode. So if we're in, let's go to sport mode, see if that, yeah, sport mode changes the camera speed a little bit more when you're rotating it up and down. So I think that about covers it for the controller. Let's go fly this thing. It's gonna be fun. All right, well, I always think it's a good idea when you get a new drone just get familiar with it right away. Don't go too crazy with it. Just do some low-level tests. And then when you feel comfortable that you can control it, you're not going to have any problems, then you can test it out a little bit more. I have had some flyaways, not on this drone, but that's why I always kind of just do a low-level check first. So if it does fly away, loses GPS or something, it won't go too far. But so far, the quality of this camera is really, really nice. It is. It's shooting 4K 30. Everything seems to be nice and smooth. Doesn't hurt to have terrain like this to look at. This beautiful scenery out here. And everything you see here is the raw footage out of the drone. I haven't adjusted anything. I haven't done anything with the lighting or the color because I wanted to show you what it looks like just straight out of the drone. Colors look nice. Now you may, I may have warmed this up a little bit, but I'm just going to leave everything as it came out of the drone, just so you can kind of see. One thing I like to look at when I'm turning is how smooth is the camera when you're turning, and looks like it's doing really, really well.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
This drone has a couple of pretty nice features. It has like you see here, this is called a flight around, and you can just kind of set it around an object and it'll circle around it for you. It also has GPS follow and some split screen route planning. And yeah, this is a good test for control. If you're gonna see if you can control something in between two swirls is a good test. Another thing that's important to me is photos, and this supposedly takes 6K photos, so I thought that did a really good job too. And again, the photo was unedited, and I picked something with a lot of detail just so to see how much detail a camera would pick up. Well, I think that's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from my test and the opening. Oh, look out, birds. All right. We'll see you next time.